So what was your first introduction to metal? Movies? WWE? Some cool unk? Or quite possibly one of the best gaming experiences in the 2010s? You gotta wait for that edit, boy. Now let's jump into my COD Zombies tier list playthrough. To make a start, we're putting the iconic menu music in S. Damned was so good that aspects of it made it into almost all other games. And I'll never forget that one zombie banging on the window. We begin with my origin story, Kino der Toten. As a boy, I had a sheltered life in comparison to my friends. I was stuck playing on the Wii for many years, whilst the other kids had their fancy consoles with online play and 18+ games. This all came to an end in 2011 on my 9th birthday, where I received an Xbox 360 and a copy of Black Ops 1. You might think this is really responsible for my age, but in comparison to everyone else in my class, I was really late. Finally, I got to join the badassness of M-rated games. I was so ready to witness video game violence. Except, not really. My dad and I booted up Black Ops 1 for the first time. The prologue mission started and I promptly bursted into tears, getting scared out of my mind when Wood stabbed that one guy through the hand. Yeah, I didn't touch that game for a month or two. Instead, I found comfort in the Kinect games. On a real though, they were underrated as fuck. Anyway, to stop my rambling, my first COD Zombies experience was the unbeaten classic Kino der Toten. Teleporting in, you get the feel of this eerie abandoned theatre. Let's just avoid saying who made this a temporary military base. Other than the hobbling zombies, you can literally hear the jingling of the glass upon the chandeliers. It really sets a scene of suspense, other than one of the main 4 characters constantly spouting one-liners at you.
Oh joy! No power!
Making your way through this dilapidated building, you'll find even more bizarre things, including etchings on the walls, humans in tanks, and teleporters. Most importantly, you'll find 3 mysterious rocks that you can interact with. These rocks are a part of Element 115, the main source of power to all the weapons and mysteries in this horror sci-fi story. Interact with all 3 of them and you get treated to one of the most iconic video game songs in history. 1 Moonstone, 2 Meteor, 3 Meteor, 115. Now looking back at it, as weird as it is to say, this is probably my first proper introduction to metal music. And I've got to say, I think I started off with a banger. Legends say it's impossible to go down whilst this song is playing. It seamlessly fits the slaughter and mayhem of zombies. Now I'll be honest, I was the guy to always activate the song every time the gang decided to boot up zombies. I just always had to hear the bangers whilst playing, honestly. Anyways, with all that said, I'm putting 115 straight in S. Enough dilly-dallying, cadet. You've gone ahead in the wrong order. I need to go back to where COD Zombies really began. World at War. Honestly, the menu music was terrifying enough, so if you caught yourself saying, man, the horrors of war aren't enough for me, well, you're in luck. This game introduced the first ever Call of Duty Zombies mode. Although by this point, it went by a name more historically orientated.
Oh boy. Nazis.
Beating the campaign, the player is chucked into the unknown. This war game has become a horror survival. Since I'm not a fossil, I never got the genuine reaction to the surprise of this game mode, but I can only imagine what a complete mindfuck this would have brought on. This might be simple, no perks, no pack-a-punch, no characters, just a box, some war buys, and a dream. I never played World at War, and I knew the Zombies game mode was just a lot of reused assets from the main game, but holy quality. Giving the zombies a proper look, other than the burnt corpses, they're literally just soldiers with glowing eyes. Age aside, this map was a great mood setter for the future of the game. By itself, this map could really give you the creeps. Also, just some friendly advice, don't waste your time on the mystery cupboard. But let's face the music. I feel like it would be rude not to include the mystery box jingle, since it's not just a nostalgic punch, it's also a staple of the Zombies games. I'm putting the mystery box jingle in A. On this map there's a radio you can knife that'll start making random noises and songs from the campaign. However, if you knife it enough, it'll start playing Zombies exclusive songs. The first song you'll hear is WTF. I'd say the name is fitting for the first Zombies map. Honestly, it's pretty decent, and I think that the low quality effect definitely adds to the vibe of the song. I'm going to put WTF in D. Now, I didn't know this wasn't in the original version, but added in the Black Ops 1 DLC. There's one more song in Nacht der Untoten, made by Kevin Sherwood, the song Undone. Low and somber, this song fits the map's basic horror survival setting. There's not much energy in this song, but there's definitely a feeling of dread and misery in it, much like this map not having much to it. A cramped space with a bleak setting to fight off the undead. I think it really fits the mood of the map, so I'm putting Undone in C. Continuing in the correct order, we arrive at the map Verruckt. This map is one of the supposed places of the beginning of the zombie outbreak. It was also the potential place that ripped off and brainwashed Dempsey, but that's for another time. This map once again gives off a chilling vibe, with its premium decor and its beautiful screaming ambience. Oh, and let's not forget that all your toilet and bathing needs are plenty satisfied. Oh, look at this. Luxury bathing room facilities. Like, who could pass up a free shower? This map is a pioneer for some of COD Zombies' most iconic features, like the quest for power and the closest games come to alcoholism. The core 4 perks of zombies. Since they all have jingles, I might as well add them to the list, right? Quick Revive, probably the most well-known jingle. For the sake of how classic and memorable this theme is, I'm putting Quick Revive in A. Juggernog. Again, probably the most bought perk. All players love to hear the little pop of the song, unless it's you buying the perk and going straight down afterwards. I'm putting Juggernog's theme in A. Double Tap, an absolute banger, just shy of its siblings. Double Tap Root Beer's theme is going in C.
Root beer, no, root beer!
Speed Cola hits me with that kind of Latino heat type beat. It's hard to hit another classic, so I'm putting Speed Cola's theme in C. Now, I've mentioned the luxury piss pots in the map. Well, if you're a serial shitter, well, you're in luck, as this map's Easter egg song is activated by flushing the left toilet 3 times. Talk about extra toilet features. This starts the song Lullaby for a Dead Man. Another banger from Alina Siegemann and Kevin Sherwood. It was only this song that made me realise that a lot of the game's early songs were made from the perspective of the zombies themselves. Banger! Oh, get me out of here! Oh, Jesus! A slow-paced song, very moody. It's one of my favourites, so I'm putting Lullaby for a Dead Man in A. Shi No Numa. Guess what, guys? We get to go to Japan. Japan, oh my god, Sugoi. Oh my god, Japan. Anime, Mario, mountains, shrines, Sakura. Oh no. Wait, no. We're just stuck in some smelly, military-occupied swamp. Hell yeah! Although not massively favoured by the zombies community, this map had a lot of firsts that stuck to the zombies game like glue. Yes, Logan Paul moment, but this guy does have heavy lore, and I don't have my Rothwaffles PhD to even try and describe it.
My name is Edward Richtofen.
Shi No Numa was the first ever map to ever include the iconic zombies crew. Richtofen, the German mad scientist. Dempsey, the brutal American Marine. Nikolai, the drunk Soviet soldier. And Takeo, the honourable Japanese captain. Now, I had to bring up their backgrounds because, holy stereotype Batman, they milk them in this game. But then again, their voice lines give this game mode the charm it has. Now, let's go over the bad. The perk spawns are completely random. Like you could have a complete grand tour of the map before you even find Jug. And who's to say you're not gonna left, right, good night before you find it? Oh my god. Ah! How did I miss a knife that many times? Oh yeah, and it being Shrek Swamp, your speed has been nerfed to about 50% of the map. But there's a zip line. But honestly, I forget that it even exists.
I feel like you're just here for the zip line.
What?
But back to the bonuses. Holy shit, is that the Wonder Waffle? Oh, that'll do. The Wonder Waffle. This was the first map that introduced this legendary gun. And it was also the map that introduced you shitting yourself as a child. Oh my god, it's happening. Oh my god, no. Don't do it to me. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking about the dog rounds. Yeah, you get a guaranteed max ammo, but that Sound of Fog was a canon event as a child. Lore-wise, the dogs are actually Fluffy, Samantha's dog, after the incident in Riese. Basically, a teleporter fucked it up big time and made the dog into a nightmare Schrodinger's dog. I feel the need to add the dog theme into the list, so I'm putting it in D because of the nightmares. For the main song in Shi No Numa, you need to simply interact with a phone 3 times, where it will leave you a creepy message and then play the beautiful masterpiece, The One. There's a lot of riffing in this song that really scratches my brain in the right way. Not to mention the beautiful, moody singing. Another thematic song based on the Zombies perspective, I'm putting the one in A. Finally, the most iconic map in World at War Zombies, the Riese. First ever map to have Pack-a-Punch, this map was a blueprint for all future zombie maps. Take one of the two paths to the power switch and dramatically switch on the power. Behind that is not only one of the teleports you need to link, but one of the most OG camping spots in the franchise, the catwalk. Catwalk, oh my goodness. If you and the homies chill up here, it's a good night. It's a good night. You're lasting a while. The catwalk easily has to be one of the top 10 hangout spots for the boys. To unlock the Pack-a-Punch, you have to link and use all 3 teleporters in the map, each making progress to open the door to the Pack-a-Punch. So now you've unlocked the power of sticking things into a machine and receiving an upgrade.
Friends, neighbors, ladies, gentlemen, if you're feeling underpowered, I'll help you make.
And not only does it have a brief jingle, it has a full theme that shamefully wasn't left in the game, because it's a fucking banger. The theme went so hard that it made Future Law in the Black Ops 2 map buried. Like, you can't tell me that doesn't go hard. I'm putting the Pack-a-Punch theme in S. For the Easter egg song, simply interact with 3 brains in a jar hidden around the map, and you will be blessed with Beauty of Annihilation.
I can see them everywhere. They're all around me. They're waiting for me. Descending, unrelenting, beauty of annihilation.
You could say it brings beauty to the annihilation. The emotion and the screaming ad-libs come together to bless our ears. So I'm putting Beauty of Annihilation in A. Back to Black Ops 1. Now, not to get political, but I'm gonna have to get political because they hit the Pentagon! The next map is 5, and we're treated to being able to play political figures in the 60s.
Sounds like someone breaking in.
Just a storm, Dick. Sit down.
Oh my God!
Zombies.
Now, I'm not gonna say I know a lot about these people in real life, but in the game, these characters are hilarious.
Zombies.
Now, this map is fun for many reasons. The characters are fun. You get to explore a what-if Pentagon, and holy shit, they've got a conspiracy theory-esque basement. Now, I'm just saying, I am judging you heavily if you do shoot the pigs. A very uniquely laid out map. It's honestly some of the most fun I've ever had playing the game with friends. And by that I mean, constantly taking the elevator without him. The 4th wonder weapon was birthed in this map. Whilst it's really cool, it's honestly meh, so no wonder it's a 5 exclusive gun. Now, if you thought the dog rounds were too much trauma for you, just you wait. Your last thought might just be that the most terrifying thing in a zombies game is an old geezer. But it is.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
No, you fucker. That's right, instead of just getting treated to a max ammo round, you receive free trauma. Even if your gun gets stolen, if you kill him quick enough, you will avoid the heartbreak. Out of spite, I'm including the noises of his round in the list, and I'm putting it in D. 5 songs unique. To activate it, you need to interact with 3 red phones.
My name is Eminem and I like to rap.
You can sound the alarm, you can call out your guards, you can fence in your yard, you can hold all the cards, but
Now, not a bad song, but it's not following the formula. I don't mind Eminem, but please, I beg of you, can we please get Zombies music on brand? I like some of Eminem's music. What the fuck does he know about zombies? With such transgressions, I'm putting Walk Back Down in C. Ascension. Now, the first Black Ops 1 DLC didn't disappoint. Starting off with taking all the colour away from your eyeballs, this map starts off with immediate aura. If you didn't enjoy switching on the power before, this time you're gonna love it. Not only do you get the cure for colour blindness, but you also get to witness some cool ass rocket engage. Oh yeah, if you manage to get the ray gun, you can blow up the rocket before it launches. This map has a lot to it, so let's quickly go over the pros and cons. Con, annoying yapping voice guy.
Help me. She's calling.
Pro, stamina. Con, goofy dodging zombies. Like, who taught you that shit, motherfucker? Pro, PhD flopper. Arguably the most beautifully fun perk ever made. Like, what do you mean I could dive down some stairs head first and it counts as an attack? Now, talking about perks, stamina. I remember hearing this theme a lot more in Black Ops 2.
Sounds like it's stamina time.
Has forever glued itself in my brain. So I'm putting Stamina Up theme in B. PhD Flopper. I can't lie, I forgot PhD Flopper even had a jingle, but I'll admit it definitely does have a lot of groove to it. But since it's been so forgettable, I'm putting PhD Flopper in D. So you love your perks? Well, if you love your perks so much, why don't you marry them? Oh fuck, here come the home-wrecking perk-stealing apes. Black Ops 1 really did enjoy giving you painful max ammo rounds. So on this map, you've got to protect your perks, or else you'll lose them. The story of this map, summarised, is that the organisation here found information on Richthofen and Group 935. Two scientists made a bunch of stuff out of this found research, and one of them ends up going insane after reading Richthofen's diary, and becomes that prick who steals your shit in 5. That scientist Yuri ends up doing Samantha's bidding, and traps Gersh, the good scientist, in a Gersh device. After completing the main Easter egg, we free Gersh's ethereal soul, and as a reward, he teleports us into the future? What kind of fucking reward is that? The Easter egg song. Interact with three bears again. But this time, they've had enough of our shit. Because this time they're wielding a sickle. Abracadabra. Perfect mix of beautiful melodies and pure metal vocals. With a banging name like Abracadabra, this theme goes in A. Hall of the Dead, the first ever celebrity guest map, hosted by George Romero, who's quite literally directing a zombie movie that gets a bit too realistic.
Get back to hair and makeup. You don't look dead enough.
That ain't in the script.
All stars of iconic horror films, the crew includes Danny Trejo, Sarah Gellar, Robert Englund, and Michael Rooker. Romero ends up becoming an Omega level threat and an almost unkillable zombie. Unless you want to jump through hoops to kill him, you'll have to constantly avoid him all game and not even let one single bullet graze him. Or else you have to deal with his Romero rage. So not only do you have to keep that in mind, he constantly rage baits you.
Oh no, don't go away.
This map introduced 3 new things. 2 new wonder weapons and a perk. Deadshot Daiquiri. Now that I mention it, Deadshot Daiquiri, it's actually got a real rock theme to it, but nothing mega, so I'm putting Deadshot Daiquiri in C. The OG crew is stuck in a room on this map, and you have to help them find an artifact before Richthofen can teleport them away. There's good comedic value in this Easter egg, but by God, it's probably one of the most painful ones to do. Back to the Easter egg song, and we're treated to more famous artists, but this time, it's on theme. Once again, the Easter egg song requires interacting with 3 rocks. Not Ready to Die by Avenged Sevenfold. And so begins a beautiful relationship with COD Zombies and Avenged Sevenfold. One of the best bands to collaborate with Call of Duty, this song, whilst long, couldn't hit harder. I'm putting Not Ready to Die in B. Shangri-La. Is there life on Mars? No. There's just cramped alleyways and annoying special zombies. Although not 100% confirmed, the crew has been teleported to Mars. And Richthofen's after a focusing stone that he'll put into his artifact for his great scheme. But guys, we've finally done it. Female zombies! I know guys, we're finally progressive. Because as we know, women are from Mars. Honestly, it wasn't for the fiery fella and the loud bastard, this map would be like a resort. Come down to Shangri-La with sunny skies and plenty of waterfalls and moons to see. Not enough? Come check out the wildlife, or maybe even the minecart ride. Which of them will tickle your fancy? Enjoy all of the water features, from violent arse cleaning to wild water rides. A quick PSA, if you're impaled by any stakes, we are not liable. Now, I'm not even going to try and describe the Easter egg, for 2 reasons. It's the most aggravating thing to do on Earth, and you also need friends. But it does look cool, I guess. To get the Easter egg song, you once again need to interact with 3 rocks scattered around the map. You are then graced with pareidolia. Honestly, I wish I could put this theme higher, because it's got good range and a really eerie theme to it. The end becomes quite theatrical, and I think it's a great lead into the next map, as it feels a bit otherworldly. I'm putting pareidolia in B. Now we go to the moon. On a real, I think this map is overhated. I'd definitely say it's one of the most unique maps. You can have your fun in the starting room in Area 51 with an infinite round that never ends. Or you can progress the rounds on the moon. You really get to experience hell on earth or your first suffocation.
Suffocating on the moon.
To breathe, you need to wear a helmet, and all sound will be muffled. Yeah, very immersive, but bloody hell, it does get on my nerves. Once you activate power, there are rooms that you can take your helmet off and breathe normally. And the worst part is, idiots using grenades will end up breaking the windows and bursting the air seals. My beloved ears. They was always at the mercy of my friends. I always ended up staying in that weird biodome. That always did the job, until that giant stupid drill always punctured it. Else I had no idea, but this was the map that Mule Kick was introduced. I had no idea, because I'm pretty sure when I got Black Ops 1, Mule Kick was already added to all of the maps. Honestly, it has a banging theme, so I'm putting Mule Kick in B. Story-wise, Richtofen and the crew finally reached the climax of his plan. After some painful steps, Richtofen swaps bodies with Samantha, claiming the power of the Aether and being able to control all zombies. Dr. Mactis, Samantha's dad, pretty much thinks, fuck, there's nothing worse than that geezer being all-powerful. I'm just gonna bomb the shit out of the earth so he can't do fuck all. I mean, that's one way of dealing with a losing battle. Now, for the main event, interact with 3 more of Samantha's teddy bears, then, Coming Home, Cometh. The song is called Coming Home. I love the heavy bass in this song, and as for COD Zombie songs, Coming Home has one of the most intense screaming parts in its song. I'm not sure if it's trying to reference the moon and the earth with Coming Home, but I definitely think the heaviest song fits the map with such a strong theme. I'm putting Coming Home in A. The first 2 COD Zombie games definitely have bangers, and in no way do they take their foot off the accelerator for the following games. But to send it off, let's take it back to the face of COD Zombies music.